How are the drinks here? Are they as good as mine? I've got 2 margaritas from La Cantina. I'm so happy right now. How are you guys? Having a good time in Vegas? Yes? Are you guys from Deutschland? Are you guys from Europe? Yeah, You are German? Yeah. Fuck, I knew it. I could tell from a mile away.
That was totally Instagram worthy. That was totally Instagram worthy. You're just like Snapchat, Instagram.
What happened?
We're all taking selfies over here.
Anyway, we're taking
First
selfies.
hashtag Miami, first time.
I know, right?
It's fun. I'm like,
Where are you guys from? Really? Yeah, I love it here. I'm ready to move.
oh God.
I just need to get a tan and get brown and I'll fit right in.
It's quality blue hair.
Thank you.
I like it. That is like the most unique shit I think I've seen all day.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's cool.
in Las Vegas. You win the prize. How's it feel?
I do?
Yeah.
What do I win?
Validation, a pat on the back, something. What's your name? What are you up to right now?
Well, I have to go back to my hotel because I came here with my brother.
Okay.
I gotta go find my brother.
Shit.
My 21st birthday is tomorrow.
Yours or his?
No,
His?
mine.
Oh
My
shit, look at you, you little youngin'. Lost in the big city. Hi. What's your name? What? You're Chinese? You're Chinese? Really? Guess where I am?
Yeah?
Guess. What do you think I am?
American?
Yo guys, hey, Wilson said he wants to meet you guys. He wants to meet you. He's very shy, very deflated. He just got off a lonely island.
No.
Hey, and you are? Nice to meet you guys. Where are you guys from? Vegas, Vegas vacation, right?
Yes.
Alright, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's like the place to go. The other one is Cancun, right? It's like the second place to go is Cancun.
Hey, your shininess caught my attention.
My what?
You're very shiny. Just
I'm shiny?
yeah, just like
Oily?
good. No, it's like good energy.
Oh, thank
Yes. Where you from? German?
You can see how those are dramatically different than the other ones, right? When you get the fundamentals right, your sets will be a lot better. All right, we'll talk about this very briefly. Guessing the blueprint. You guess the blueprint based on the venue and based on the girl. So you want to adjust. So let's see, who haven't I picked on recently? I'll pick on you over here. Okay, so let's say that you see a girl and she is tall, blonde, tan, fake boobs, wearing a brightly colored dress, and like talking with her friends and like tossing her hair around, giggling, that kind of stuff. Okay, and you see her in kind of like a loudish nightclub. Okay, when you go and approach that girl, are you gonna go more high energy or more low energy?
I think more high energy.
More high energy, good, okay. When you tease this girl, are you gonna tease like all like soft and nice, or are you gonna be willing to tease a little bit harsh? A little bit harsh? Cool. And the overall vibe of yourself you wanna convey, is it like, I'm the shit, high value, or is it very like nice, sweet, comfortable? You're the shit? Okay, cool. Now, on the other hand, I want you to imagine a girl who is, doesn't look like she's from the US originally. She's like first, second generation immigrant. She's wearing kind of like muted colors, not showing a whole lot of skin. She's sitting in a park, she's wearing glasses, and she's reading a book that's not in English, like in a language other than English, all right? You're gonna walk over to her, you're gonna open high energy or lower energy?
Low energy.
Lower energy, cool. When you tease her, are you gonna tease really harsh, or are you gonna be kind of more friendly? More friendly, cool. And the overall vibe you're gonna convey is gonna be totally, I'm the shit, I'm a badass, or be a little more genuine and nice? Genuine and nice. Cool. Everything you just said is incredibly racist, good job. Right? It's also incredibly accurate and smart, okay? Very, very good, right? So what's he doing? What's he essentially doing? What's the process? He's guessing her blueprint. So he's guessing based on choices she's made about how she dressed, whether she got fake boobs, whether she wears glasses or contacts. He's guessing based on how society probably treats people of that demographic, right? And based on that, he's going off of what her likely life experience was, right? He's making a guess. Now, if you were talking to that like tall blonde whatever girl, and she immediately seemed really sweet and nice, would you change your approach?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, cool. And if you're talking to that girl that's like more like the more shyer immigrant girl, and she was like snarky and started giving you shit tests, would you change your approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, okay? So once you get more information, you're gonna make a new guess, right? So basically, you're gonna guess based on the best information available to you, right? Because every girl is kind of the same, right? They all want a high value guy to an extent. They all want some level of comfort and trust to an extent, that kind of stuff. But what high value is to them varies from girl to girl. How much value versus comfort they need varies from girl to girl, right? Their life experience is different, so you want to adjust and calibrate to that. And the better you make that adjustment, the better you're going to be at game, okay? Here's an interesting thing. Here's a phrase that may shock you a little bit. Girls will tell you how to have sex with them. You guys get that? Girls will tell you how to have sex with them. Sometimes overtly. Like sometimes you're like escalating physically, you're like, I need you to kiss me here more, right? That's overt. But sometimes, a lot of times, it's a lot subtler than that. So maybe it's you touch the girl and she kind of goes, you're very like handsy, or you're very like touchy-feely, right? She didn't run away. If you were too touchy-feely and turning her off, she would have really left. But what she's saying, there's a way for this to go well and for us to really get along, and that's for you to touch me a bit less right now, be a little more patient, and if you do that, there's a good chance we'll sleep together. Does that make sense? She's telling you how to sleep with her, right? Similarly, all this blueprint stuff. And the better you get at reading the blueprint, the better you get at adjusting, the little subtle things she says to you can tell you these things very, very quickly, okay? So you want to be constantly guessing and checking. Within 4 or 5 minutes, at most, of me talking to a girl, I really usually know what her buttons are. I know what turns her on, what arouses her, what her like kind of her blueprint for sex is, and from there it's very easy. I just follow that blueprint. And I've probably slept with dozens of girls or more that have a similar blueprint to her, right? And so I can just follow it. Like some girls will talk themselves all the way into the bed. You have to sit back and listen. Some girls need to be kind of put in their place, and you have to be assertive and alpha, right? And depending, I'll act very, very differently with one versus the other, and I'll know where I'm going based on the cues. I'll take questions. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about specifically the opener, because I know you guys, all want to talk about the opener. Hang on, I'll zoom in for you guys just a little bit here. All right, make it a little bit bigger. All right, so here's the openers. And I've arranged these into formats of opener rather than specific words. So these are very adjustable to a lot of different things. So the first one is the direct opener. You're cute, who are you? Or you're sexy, I was curious about you. Or you seem fashionable, I'm intrigued, that kind of stuff. Or I want to put a baby in you, right? Various degrees of direct. And again, the value of the direct opener is it sets the frame. It sets that direct sexual frame, right? Not always the best opener to use, but it has that benefit. So various directs. Next, hi, I'm your name. Hi, I'm Todd, right? Now, the beauty of this one, it's a little bit less direct. You're not giving your power away in the interaction quite as much as you would with the direct opener, but it does convey a lot of entitlement. Like the idea is, hi, I'm Todd, and that's enough. Hi, I'm Todd, and you should care deeply that I'm Todd, because you're lucky enough to have met Todd. All right? This is a really good test opener. Right? And what I mean by that is, if you can do it successfully, that means your eye contact is good, it means your body language is good, it means your vocal tonality is good. Okay? It's a really good test for that. So good for practice. It's also a decent opener in general. Next one, the key element on this is story. Okay? The idea is to tell a story. Okay? Why are stories good? Why are stories powerful? Have you guys ever heard that in order to sleep with a girl, you need value and comfort? You guys heard that before? Okay. Well, here's the paradox. Almost anything you do that makes you more valuable decreases her comfort level. Almost everything you do that increases her comfort level decreases your value, right? So let's look at this as in like value. I have tons of girls into me. I can sleep with whoever I want. Oh shit, he's gonna cheat on me. No comfort, right? On the other hand, baby, I'd do anything for you. I'll never leave your side. Whatever you want, I'll do it always. What, loser? Don't you have any options? Right? So it's this weird paradox. However, there are a few types of communication that build value and comfort at the same time, and storytelling is one of them. All right? It builds value because you have people's attention on you, you're handling the social pressure. Ideally, you can even talk about things that are high value within your own life or that convey good traits about yourself. So that's all high value. Builds comfort because you're opening up and letting the girl get to know you, and because you're just simply spending time with her. So storytelling builds value and comfort at the same time. So walking up and opening with just a story is actually pretty powerful. Even better is, hey, I need your opinion in this story, or hey, I have a question for you, and then a story, or hey, are you from San Francisco? Okay, the reason why I ask is story, okay? And the point here, it's still about getting into the story, but it makes it a little bit more normal and natural, right? By the way, feel free to take lots of notes on this if you want to, but we will send you these slides as well, so you don't have to write down everything on this thing. I see you guys like scribbling away like madly. I feel like I'll save you the carpal tunnel. Okay. So that's telling a story, but there are better ways to get into the story than just walking up and telling it, because it's a little bit like the homeless communication method if you just tell the story. It can work though, it can work, and it's much more powerful than most openers people use, even better if there's a question leading into the story. Okay, speaking of leading in with questions, this one I really, really like. I use this one a ton. So we talked about direct. What's the benefit of direct? It sets the tone, right? Sets the tone of a direct set, right? So it makes it more sexual. People said faster, efficient. That's kind of true as well, okay? What's the downside of direct? More blowouts. Yeah, you weed out more girls right away, okay? What's the benefit of indirect? Huh? Yeah, more girls respond, open up to you, okay? So ideally, you'd love to have the benefit of indirect, that you get more to respond to you, but the benefit of direct, where you make it more on. This is what you do here, is you go indirect, direct, okay? So you start out indirect. Hey, you know what? I need your opinion on something. Actually, you know what? You're cute. I don't even care. Hi, Todd. Nice to meet you, right? You got her to engage by baiting her with the indirect, and then you went direct and made the set progress faster. Does that make sense? So that's like fake indirect. Fake indirect and then go to direct. Very, very powerful. I use this one a ton. It also helps you calibrate really easily. So you can go with the indirect, and then if it's positive, you go direct. If not, you continue to be indirect. Next, you have the push-pull opener. It's a good way to be direct without giving your power away. So instead of like, I love you no matter what, it's, I love you, but maybe not, right? It's a little push-pull, a little positive, a little negative together. So any kind of compliment and take it away. Also, this word trouble is a one-word push-pull. If you say to a girl, you're trouble, or you're a troublemaker, that word is a push-pull, because is that a positive or a negative? Who knows, right? And so I like that word a lot. I used to like lean on that as a crutch on the open, be like, oh, troublemaker, you guys look like troublemakers, you guys look like trouble. It's actually pretty good, right? And why? Because it's a one-word push-pull. Next is just making a comment on her. You seem very feisty. You seem very fashionable. You seem very X, right? And you can even go like further with, you seem very like very endearing. You're just like my little sister. Or you seem very like feisty. You're like that little dog that yaps and yaps and yaps. You can never shut it up, right? So that's a little further with it. The reason this is good is that it creates relevance. We'll talk about that in a little bit, what relevance is and how it helps you get the hook. But making it about her makes her engage with the opener a bit better. So that's why that's a good opener. Next, we have the negative opener. Yuck, ew, gross, those kind of ones. Now, there's a time and a place for this one and a context for it, okay? If you see the girl running down the street and you have to run 100 yards to catch up with her, tap her on the shoulder and you go, ew! Doesn't really make sense, right? You clearly made an effort. However, if you're in like a crowded club and she bumps into you, you're like, ew, yuck, right? That can actually kind of work because it triggers that emotion, and then you can go from there based on her reaction. So there's a time and a place for it, but don't use this as like your default for a lot of situations. Physical openers. High five, bump them with your butt. Let's see, handshake spin, the most pick-up-y move of all time, right? Or you've got, you guys familiar with the hand of God? Hey, you, right? Hand of God, right? If you wanted to, you could handshake spin there. You could be like, hey, you, all kinds of things there. All right, go ahead, sit down, thank you. So all these physical openers are great. Also, you have the plant and stare opener, which is the non-physical physical opener. Aww, it's cute, right? And what you do there is you basically plant and stare with like in a good-natured way, and you wait until they crack first. You're essentially using social pressure as your physicality. You're invading their space, exerting social pressure on them, and then waiting for their reaction. And almost every girl will crack and react, okay? So it's a plant and stare opener. I put it in the category of physical openers because it has a lot of similar characteristics. Then finally you have the nonverbal gesture openers, which are like, all right? And those all work as well, okay? So there's this whole range of different ways that you can open, all of which can work and all of which have a context to it. However, I mentioned this earlier, the best opener is always gonna be whatever comes about spontaneously. Because if you go in planning your opener too much, it's gonna be miscalibrated, it's gonna be not going with what's in the moment, okay? So I talked earlier about blank and clear, blank and clear, blank and clear, blank and clear. Oh shit, I'm still blank. All right? So here's what my suggestion is. Go blank and clear, plan on this. But in the back of your head, have about 3 of these. That way, if you get there and you're still blank, you use one of these. Okay? Does that make sense? Blank and clear, blank and clear, oh, still blank. Oh, hey, you're cute. Hi, Todd, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And then go from there. Got it? Okay. So that's the plan. Now, if you end up doing one of these more than about 25% of the time, don't give yourself permission to do it for a while. All right? You should be doing what comes spontaneously and trusting yourself that you're good enough and you'll come up with it about 75 to 80% of the time. Okay? That's what it should be most of the time. These are just in case. And the good reason to have them is A, because just in case. B, because when you know you have this in the back of your head, you can't give yourself the excuse of I have nothing to say. When you see the girl, you have to go open her because you know you have some openers to back you up. Okay? So that's very, very important as well. There's actually a third reason to have these in the back of your head, and that's when we deal with being persistent, which we'll talk about next. Right? It helps you to be persistent in the right way. But let's get to that in a second. All right, so let's talk about persistence. Actually, we're going to go backwards on this. We'll talk about cycling the opener first, and then we'll talk about persistence in general. So cycling the opener basically means if you open with one thing and it doesn't work, open with something else, and not of the same format. So if I open you, I'm like, hey, you're cute, I want to meet you, and you don't really respond very well to that, my next open shouldn't be, hey, you're kind of hot, let's talk, right? And it shouldn't be like, you look really fashionable, I'm curious about you. It's the same fucking opener over and over. I just proved it didn't work, why would I keep doing it? But a lot of guys, if they're persistent, that's what they do. They persist with the same shit that didn't just work, right? So if I did, hey, you're cute, I want to meet you, and it didn't work, be like, oh, you know what the funniest thing happened? Actually, I need your opinion on something, right? Or maybe like, hey, you're cute, I want to meet. Actually, I just noticed something. Like, you seem very, and then you go with a different format. Does that make sense? Okay, so you keep switching up the format when you cycle, don't go the same one. And ideally, if you did something very direct, cycle to something more indirect. Or if you did something that relies on like getting her attention through making it about her, then the next one maybe get her attention through telling a story, right? So you do something that's different than what just failed, right? So that's what we're gonna do ideally. Okay, but let's talk about persistence in general because it's very important. Who here thinks that being persistent is needy? Raise your hands. A little bit? Yeah, you can be honest. I kind of agree. A lot of the time, especially the things that people do to be persistent are very needy, right? If you text a girl 10 times a day, is that needy? Probably so, okay? So persistence is associated with neediness for sure, right? But it's not always needy. It can be entitlement as well, right? Okay, so here in San Francisco, you guys probably have a few clubs where they have velvet ropes. There's not so many of them. Most of the clubs are kind of general access, whatever. But there's a few clubs where there'll be a bouncer, clipboard. You know, some people get in, some people don't. Like, hey, are you on guest list, right? That happens sometimes, right? Okay, so you go up there, and the guy's like, hey, are you on guest list? What do most guys do? No, sorry, fuck. Again, once again, rejected. Just like grade school all over again, not picked for a dodgeball, right? And they just walk away, right? What does an entitled person do? No, it's just me, right? Or no, not tonight, but what can we do, right? Does that make sense? You assume that it's gonna work. Right? I remember a time I was in Los Angeles, and there's a club that actually had like a formal dress code, right? And I was not meeting the formal dress code. It was like collared shirt, and I was wearing like what this guy has, just a couple buttons, but like nothing resembling a collar whatsoever, right? And I was unlucky too in that right before me, a couple people had been rejected for dress code right ahead of when I got there. So it was like double bad, right? And I got there and he's like, no, sorry man, dress code, etc. I'm like, yeah, I know, but yeah, my friends are here. Is there something we can do? And he's like, you know what? You have buttons, it's kind of like a collar. You know what, just go. And he just lets me straight in, right? Why? Because I knew I was cooler than that place. All right, it's a place I've been to many, many times before. I knew the place would be cooler for having me there. So I didn't doubt it. I was entitled, I believed I belonged, and because I believed I belonged, he let me in. Okay, now why do I bring up this bouncer stuff? Here's why. Because girls are basically the same, okay? Hot girls are supposed to reject guys that talk to them. If they didn't, they'd spend their whole life with their legs spread, okay? Seriously, right? They can't say yes to all the guys. So their default is the same as the bouncer. The bouncer's job is not to get rid of every guy, it's to get rid of the guys that don't belong there. The girl's not trying to get rid of every guy, but she is trying to get rid of the losers, okay? So if you go up and she's like, no, not interested, and you're just like, oh, fuck, I got once again rejected, God damn it, I hate my life. She succeeded. She got rid of the unentitled guy. Good for her. Well done. Strategy worked. All right. What do I do in that case? Talk to tap the girl. Oh, not interested. Like, no, it's funny. Hi, Todd. Nice to meet you. Right. First of all, good humor. I'm not like pissed off about it. I just like take it in stride. But I'm like, no. You don't understand. Hi, Todd. Right? As in, no. I get it. I understand what you're doing. No. This isn't the time. Right? Right? You just don't get it. You don't know. Okay, cool. And funny enough, about 70% of the time at a nightclub, like a general, like somewhat exclusive but not crazy exclusive nightclub, about 70% of the time, if you're entitled, you'll get in spite of the no guest list thing. Similarly, when the girl rejects you and you go back entitled, it's funny enough, right about 70% of the time, they'll open back up on that second go, right? It's to the point where with really hot girls in difficult environments, I don't even expect my first opener to work, okay? I mean, I do because you have to go congruently, and I do because I'm me and I'm cocky, but when it doesn't work, I'm not surprised. I'm just like, oh, okay, we're doing this. All right, we'll do it this way. And then we do it that way, and it works the vast majority of the time. Okay, does that make sense? Right? Entitlement matters a lot. So I'm gonna show you a couple of sets where I basically have to do a recovery. I have to turn around a bad initial open. Hey. Hey.
Oh my god!
Whoa, okay. That was a little, hey, whoa, hold on. That was a little extreme. Hi there, I'm sorry, I'm Todd. Nice to meet you.
Oh my.
Are you I didn't catch your name, I just caught the shriek. I'm sorry, who are you? Nice to meet you. So all like jumping 3 feet in the air aside, I thought you guys had really elegant looks about you, and I wanted to come say hi to you guys because you looked very classy and posh. And then you took that whole classy and posh thing and went 3 feet in the air with it, which was...
Get the fuck out of me. Too much going on in this world.
Really? Right, okay,
We haven't seen each other in a long time, so we were like around all day.
Really? Okay, hey, stop 2 seconds though, because I have to go soon, but stop 2 seconds and talk to the cute boy, okay? Just because. Who are you guys? You guys are freaking me out now, okay? Like, seriously, take a breath. It's okay, I promise.
I'm sweating. You're making me so nervous.
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I know I'm, very overwhelming and stuff, but
Wow,
I'm
we really caught your eye this much, huh?
I'm down for adventure. Why not?
Where are you from? Are you visiting?
Am I visiting? Do you have an accent?
Yeah.
I live here now. I just moved to New York, actually.
You just
Very
moved
new.
here?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
I'm in the East Village at the moment.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be in this village.
Fair enough. Like,
What do you do?
it's actually like more like Chinatown.
I'm going to play a game of 21 questions. What do you do?
What do I do?
Okay,
Really?
let's walk and talk. We're in a huge room.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Stay 2
We
seconds,
are.
seriously, because I have to go too. Okay, how do you guys know each other? You guys are super adorable together.
BFFs.
I want to have like a collective crush.
Collective crush on 2 girls.
I actually wasn't even gonna. I have this policy of trying not to get sexual with people in the first 2 minutes of knowing them. I try and actually get to know a person first. I know it's an old-fashioned
really
thing.
inappropriate. We are in a huge rush though. We have to go to a
So you're,
premiere.
okay, so you're English. What are you?
American.
You're American.
Irish.
Okay. Irish, English.
Yes.
Are you American or Irish?
I'm Irish, but I'm from America.
Okay. So I do want to have a crush on the both of you. You guys are very cool.
Thank you.
You have feisty expressions though. Like, you guys like she's like full trouble.
What? Oh my god, this is happening.
Okay, so what's this premiere for?
Alright, Tribeca, and it really honestly helps
I understand.
you
I
guys.
understand.
Your
I
hands
understand.
are so
So
much
here's the
thinner
deal.
than mine.
I'll
Yes.
pick you, feisty face. Okay, so look, I wish I had more than 30 seconds to actually properly get to know you guys because you do seem quite fun and interesting. So what I want to do is I want you guys to come out and have a drink with me and my friends at some point.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, we'll give you your number.
Okay, well, we'll do that.
Yo, what's your name?
Todd.
Nice to meet you, Chad.
That was awesome. All right, one second. Yeah, there's so much shouting in this set.
I have a death grip on you right now.
All right. How could I forget? Okay, I will text you my name in a minute. Have fun. All right. Second one is not so much of like an immediate like jump in the air kind of rejection, but this is one where she just refuses to sort of accept my frame. Like she's gonna like kind of fight back and frame battle it a little bit. Sorry, you were just sitting in the cockiest manner that I've ever seen anyone sit in my entire life.
The cockiest? Why?
I don't know, it's almost hard to, you're like, just like, lean back, feet up, like wave some palm fronds on me and make my day. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger meets Mata Hari.
I'm just listening to music.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow, very businesslike.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Who are you? I'm Todd.
Who are you?
Just a boy. I think I'm special, but I leave that open to your judgment. I try not to sell myself. Huh?
You're here alone?
I am. I'm just walking through.
Okay. Just wondering if your friends told you to come over here or something.
No, I don't have any friends. I'm very shy.
I highly doubt that.
Well, I'm not shy, but I don't have any friends. I'm just obnoxious, so I make them all go away. Don't worry, I seem charming at first, but like it goes away quickly. It fades.
I'm cocky.
You what?
By telling me I'm cocky, that's charming.
Sure. Why not?
Interesting.
Are you charming?
I think that's subjective.
Yeah, for me as well. I mean, not everybody's into, intelligent, successful, charismatic, sexy boys.
Okay, who's
So
cocky?
if that's not your type, then I'm not charming.
I think I'm charming. I think you're cocky.
Fair enough. Should we just go with that instead of doing names? Let's just be like charming and cocky. Let's not ruin this with like names and facts.
Do you do this a lot?
Do what?
Like go up and talk to random girls?
Told you I'm very shy.
You're a liar. You're a cocky liar.
What should I do for a living as a cocky liar? I need to figure it out.
Be a lawyer.
A lawyer? Thought about that, but it's such a cliche.
What are you?
What am I?
Yeah. Or will you lie about it?
Wow, so much faith. So much faith. Scoot over. I'll talk to you for a minute. I have to go in a little bit, but you're not so bad. All right, so why did I decide to sit down then? Or specifically, why did I not decide to sit down before then? Not compliant, right? This is a big thing we're gonna bring up later. Don't escalate off negativity. Don't escalate off shit tests. Don't escalate off the set going badly, okay? So sitting down, something I want to do, but I don't escalate when things are going badly. It's gonna be a big part of what when we talk about the attraction and escalation stuff, okay? Just so you know, do lights again. If you wanna see how this went from here, so we sit for a bit, sit for a little longer, get up and walk. Here's the deal, I officially grant you freedom to leave. I slipped it in the middle. We go for a little date at a yogurt place.
I don't care at all.
Audio puts out. Study. Eventually, so don't waste too much of your time. That's your stop? Okay. So, you may go. Will they let me use the restroom in your bottom floor?
I don't think we have one.
Sure?
No, I'm not sure, but that's
Okay. So I'd like to before I walk. If I have to, I'll go find a public place.
Okay,
But
well,
hold on for a second.
I'll ask.
Yeah. And away we go. So just so you can tell, just because the set goes a little badly at first does not by any means mean that it can't go really well later on. So persistence matters. I'm going to show you guys now one more little compilation of some of my stuff, so you can see again what it looks like when it's going well. Let's have a look.
Hey Todd.
Hello.
It's my friend Todd.
How are you? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I thought I introduced myself by stepping on your foot. How do you feel about that?
Nice. Not okay.
I like to impose myself on the interaction very quickly.
You gotta make the mark.
I like that. I like the general witticism and feistiness of this
This little crew.
So you get me
this little small entourage we have. This twosome.
Right? Still in the middle.
I know, we were just like,
I know,
we're
right?
stopping traffic.
Should take a quarter of a step this way and we'll be all good. Like you come here.
think you're right.
Yeah, we're gonna feng shui this shit. Ready? There you go.
No backs to doors right now. Everyone find a door.
Hello. You guys look so like Vegas perfect right now. It's adorable. Such a cute combination. What's that?
We're tired.
You're tired? It'll happen. You sit out in the sun for like a little bit and anybody's tired. You could be like, oh, that does it too. You could be like an Olympic athlete and you just be like, oh my God, Vegas. Ah. Hey. I don't like staring into the sun, but you guys are cute. Hi, Todd, nice to meet you.
It's all good.
Hello. How are you?
My friend Todd.
I met you already.
I did. Oh, you were. Yeah. I did meet you inside briefly for like a second.
Yeah.
You were with my friends.
Have you seen her other friend, the girl, the little one?
I don't know what your other friend looks like. Actually, I only met you as briefly. I'm sorry. I wish I did, but I actually don't.
Have you seen
It's
him?
Vegas. Everybody freaks everybody.
Here's what it is. Hi. By the way, Todd, nice to meet you.
Where's your friend?
Hi. It's nice to being cordial and pleasant. Which friend? I have a lot of them, honestly.
The bald one.
Hello.